I broke the cycle forever. For many of us, the story of our lives begins even before we're born, written by the power of God. But we are also born into the fabric of our family histories, expected to be continued by us. These generational cycles, deeply ingrained patterns of behavior, become the paths we follow, often unthinkingly, into adulthood. I was no exception. My journey began on a worn and familiar path, one that had been lived by generations before me. It was a path of stigmatization, a systemic belief system, of limitations that held us back from realizing our true potential. I was thrown into a cycle of accepting the idea of my surrounding, about me and my life. This was, after all, the cycle of life as they knew it. I remember how fear and anxiety got into me, because I thought that I have to live this life forever, knowing that I am not happy. But as I grew more into my life, I started to do things different. I started to dream. I realized early that I am different, I think and behave different. Without even knowing, I transitioned away from my current life into my own story. I realized that the path I was on did not have to define me. I had the power to step off that path and forge my own trail. Breaking free from a generational cycle is no small task. It's like trying to swim upstream, fighting against the current that's been flowing for decades, centuries even. It requires immense courage, determination, a deep-seated belief in your ability to create change. I won't lie, it was difficult. There were times of self-doubt, of uncertainty, of stumbling and falling, and a lot of anxiety. But with each fall, I rose again, stronger and more determined. I leaned on my resilience, on my faith, and on my ambition to create a life not dictated by the past, but inspired by the future I wanted. And so I did it. I broke the generational cycle, but more than just breaking it. I began building my own. A cycle based on empowerment, growth, success, finding myself and unlearning behaviors of the past. A cycle where hardship is a catalyst for resilience and not an end in itself. A cycle where dreams are not just for the night, but for every day and every moment. Breaking the generational cycle changed my life. It was a key that unlocked doors I never even knew existed. It gave me the freedom to become the author, the alchemist of my own story, to decide what each chapter holds, to determine how the narrative unfolds. So, to anyone struggling to break free from their generational cycle, remember this: change is possible. You hold the power to redefine your destiny and follow the path that God prepared for you. Your past may shape you, but it does not have to define you. You are strong, you are capable, and you have what it takes to build your own story. You can break the cycle, and when you do, the world opens up before you. Because in the end, our stories are not just only about where we come from, but where we're going. Trust in God's timing.